Alex, and Victor. Ladies and gentlemen, our extraordinary luminary.
Please let's be on our feet as we welcome him to the podium too. No, sir.
I've stampeded you.
Yeah.
Please sit. Comrade leaders of the Alliance for Revolutionary Change, the leadership and members of the Movement for Change, my adorable wife, Patricia, the yet to be unveiled Vice Presidential nominee of the Movement for Change and the Alliance for Revolutionary Change, our friends from the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start first by thanking all of you for joining us this morning for a very brief, simple event, but one that has strategic importance for the future of politics in our country. On the 25th of September 2023, that's last year, when I launched the establishment of the Movement for Change, I did indicate that the movement was going to be led, empowered by the young people of Ghana. I made a call on the youth of our country to make a bold move to take control of power and authority in our country, because actually it belongs to them. On the 13th of August this year, at a media encounter with you friends of the media, I also made a commitment that my vice presidential nominee will be a young person. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to note that this morning I'm about to fulfill all those commitments that I made. One of the requirements for filing to be a presidential candidate in Ghana is to nominate a vice president. So, in that regard, I decided to identify a number of criteria that will help guide my choice of a presidential, vice presidential nominee. The first was that that individual must be demonstrably young. And you know, God has given me a gift of putting together words that create a certain elegant effect. Demonstrably young, knowing that my brother and friend Ohito does not qualify. So I choose my words very carefully. You must be demonstrably young. Secondly, that individual must have a life history that speaks to a narrative. There must be something about your life history that you can tell a story about. Number three, I wanted that individual to have a little bit of controversy around his life. Number four, I wanted that individual to be a political or social activist. Number five, I wanted that individual to have an appreciable standing in social media. Number six, I wanted that individual to have an endearing quality. When we talk about endearing quality, somebody that is loved. Then, last but not the least, at least, I wanted somebody who was literate. You'll be surprised No, as lawyers, we have something called lifting the veil. If I lift the veil this morning and tell you those who appeared on my radar, you'll be both shocked and surprised. But then I had also decided that I will weight these different criteria. And I put over 70% of the weight on the first one, which meant that you must be demonstrably young, so disqualifying my friend and brother Ohinito. Among the people who appeared on the radar is a young man who I had not known, as in Ghanaian parlance we say, from Adam. But he showed up on the radar, surprisingly, over a very short period of time. And I'm sure most of you are aware by now that I'm one of the first leading political figures in this country to have created a political show for myself. So I've created a show called the Alan Primetime Show, and that is in English. And then the local language version of it is Muntie Alan. When our good Lord blesses me with the opportunity of leading this country, I'll continue with those two shows. To have an opportunity to continuously engage with the people of Ghana and not to wait till an annual press conference or media encounter. So this will be hopefully a weekly show or a fortnightly show. Now, for the first episode of the English show, I was trying to look for an appropriate person to host this show. Incidentally, my friend and brother, Kwesi Pratt, had offered the Pan-African Television Network to me to use to host the show. And I was struggling to find an appropriate person because the objective of this show was to interrogate and speak to the great transformational plan that I had prepared as my vision document and blueprint for Ghana. So it required a certain balance of intellect and I would say ingenuity and innovation to be able to host that show. After midnight, when it was still difficult to find somebody had suggested that I call a young man named KWAME OWUSU DANSO, who is one of the anchors in the Pan-African Television Network. And interestingly, this was around 2 a.m. when I made a call to him. Surprisingly, he said, "Oh, boss, I'll do it, and I can do it." So I showed up, and he showed up. And it was amazing how he had been able to internalize the components of the GTP to be able to lead that discussion within such a short period of time. And he also had a certain disposition, showing interest in the subject matter. And he did very well the first time. So when it was time for us to have the second episode, and I was looking for somebody else to host it, he gladly offered to continue hosting it. And then he hosted the third one subsequently. So then I started thinking that this was good material because I'm somebody who has very high standards, and anybody who has worked with me would appreciate that I'm not easy to please. And so I realized that this young man has started ticking all the boxes that I was looking for. But I hadn't interrogated his background to see whether he responded to all the elements of the criteria that I had identified. But there's some divinity around leadership, which is not always apparent to us. And even though I'm not qualified to be a prophet, I know that there can be no leadership without prophetic revelation. Because politics and religion are two sides of the same coin. So when finally, 2 nights before, I had to make a decision, this young man suddenly showed up on my radar. And I said, this must be divine processing and artificial intelligence. So the combination of divinity, strategic intuition, and artificial intelligence pointed directly to this young man. And therefore, I had no hesitation when I had to fill the forms in making him the nominee for the vice presidential slot. But I did not tell him that it was going to happen. And after the last episode that he hosted, after the show, I said, Kwame, you are the next vice presidential nominee of Alanche Martin. And I think he almost sank into the ground. But one thing that I'd like to advise the young people here and then by extension, this whole country, position yourself. Behave as if nobody is looking at you. Do what you do, be genuine about it, and then also be very positive and have a spirit, a can-do spirit. Because in the long run, somebody will look at you and it will show up. So if today I have the honor and privilege of unveiling this young man as the vice presidential candidate of the Alliance for Revolutionary Change, I want to use this opportunity to highly commend him and to commend him to the people of Ghana. Before I invite him to say a few words, I'm not making these commitments to the young people of Ghana not based on any foundation. We need to understand that indeed the young people of this country are the future of this country. In 2020, in the elections, general elections, 10 million out of the 17 million registered voters were aged between 18 and 35. 10 million out of the 17 million registered voters were aged between 18 and 35. If you extend the threshold to 45, that is from 18 to 45, you have about 70% of our registered voters who fall into that age bracket. So, as a country, we have no choice but to understand that the future of this country belongs to the young people of our country. And that is why I'm urging all Ghanaians to make a commitment and a statement in the general election in December to vote for the youth of Ghana. I've made it clear that I'm a transitional candidate, and I'm going to use this opportunity contesting as president to shape and create a path for the next generation of leaders of our country. And anybody who has followed my political history would appreciate that if there's nothing that you can attribute to me, at least my sincerity and the fact that I mean what I say. And so, with those brief remarks, I'll yield to our mistress of ceremony to do the needful. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, yours and mine, Honorable John Alan Kojo-Trematin. Please let's give him a resounding round of applause. Spoke with such passion, surety, and dedication. This is evidence of his commitment to nation building. And so, as we just saw, the spouse of our running mate and vice presidential candidate just walked in. She's in the person of Amma Pratt. Welcome, Amma. While Honorable was speaking, I was struck by I can't say that openi jari we are nsuasa, but ye penny we do jebi mayen, because when him say echima woho, inti no jari ni mina manensa, right? That is a thoughtful leader. That is a progressive leader. Please let's give it up for him once again. Let me use this opportunity to say thank you to our friends from the media, members of the media, and also everybody gathered here today. We couldn't have done this without you. My media list is missing. Please, who came for it? But this is, please look for my media list so that I can just, yes. But this is just also to let you know that this event is live on Pan-African Television, Net2 TV, Oman, and it's also live on Honorable Kojo-Trematin's Facebook page. We've gotten to the moment we have all been waiting for, and is to get to know, get to see the man, the reason why we are gathered here today. And it is my esteemed and also greatest pleasure to introduce him. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow citizens, it is both an honor and privilege to stand before you today as we embark on a pivotal journey for our great movement. As we gather here, united by our shared vision for a brighter future, I am thrilled to introduce a remarkable individual who will stand alongside our flag bearer in this noble endeavor. This person embodies the values we hold dear: integrity, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to serving our communities, especially the youth of Ghana. With a distinguished background in public service and a proven track record of leadership, he has consistently championed the causes that matter to us: education, healthcare, and economic justice. Throughout his career, he has inspired countless individuals with his dedication to uplifting those who are often unheard. His ability to connect with people from all walks of life is a testament to his genuine passion for making a difference. As our movement faces the challenges ahead, we are rest assured that with the exceptional leadership by our side, we will navigate the path forward with strength and purpose. Together, Honorable John Alan Kojo-Trematin and KWAME OWUSU DANSO, Esquire, will bring fresh perspectives and a wealth of experience to our campaign. Let us work together, united in our mission to turn our aspirations into reality. Please help me welcome the incredible lawyer, KWAME OWUSU DANSO.
Thank you very kindly, Ohima. I think I wrote a book today because my story is one that must be shared. And so permit me to read. Ordinarily, I would have tried to have this done by way of speaking extempo. But under the circumstances, I think it's imperative that I read so that it can be delivered properly. I don't have enough experience like my godfather, the Honorable, so let me read. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today with deep gratitude and humility as we embark on this transformative journey together. Allow me to first acknowledge the presence of His Excellency V. Alan Chomatin, leader of the Afro-Franto Alliance, and his beloved wife, Mrs. Patricia Christabel Chomatin. I also extend my deepest respect to our alliance partners, the dedicated members of the Movement for Change, the vibrant Yellow Army, as well as our dear friends, family members, and the esteemed media present here today. Your presence reaffirms the strength of our shared vision for a brighter future for our beloved nation. Thank you all. Colleague Ghanaians, today I accept this nomination with utmost humility and gratitude. As a student at KNUST, I remember very vividly my first encounter with the Honorable Alan Kwadwo Kyerematen. I'm sure he's not aware, he doesn't know. He had come to campus to campaign. I was awed by his aura. As the Gen Zs would say, he was very demure. My admiration for this man was born out of the calm assuredness of his nature. It was the personification of a leader. This morning, it is with this same feeling of awe and immense gratitude that I stand before you as the running mate to the esteemed Alan Kwadwo Kyerematen, our choice for the presidency of the Republic of Ghana. I cannot proceed without paying homage to the essence of this movement, that a group of people within the incumbent establishment, when faced with a leadership whose actions they felt no longer aligned with the dreams and aspirations of the Ghanaian people, on principle, left to form what is today the most credible and principled movement in our fourth Republican political dispensation. I salute your courage, your forthrightness, your tireless effort and unwavering dedication. I salute your courage and your effort and your unwavering dedication. To everyone who has supported this journey, your passion, your hopes, your dreams for a better Ghana is a prayer and a symbol of relentless, dedicated hope. You are my inspiration, and together, we are not just campaigning for an election. We are working for change. We are working for the future of our dear nation. Affectionately called Mama, a teacher, for all the hours she devoted to instilling in me the values of hard work and of learning. I'm grateful to my father from Oti region, Emmanuel Kofi Owusu Danso, Chief Inspector, retired now of blessed memory, for his discipline, love, and deep sense of commitment to service. To my mother, also of blessed memory, Georgina Owusu Danso from Elmina, affectionately called Georgina Owusu Danso from Elmina, affectionately called Amabosu, who traded to support the family for her silent resilience, teaching me the importance of staying the course and the virtues of hard work. To my siblings, Lovia Owusu Danso, Nanaya and Naneusi, for their love, protection, and guidance as we moved from Asante Mampong to Achimasafo and then to Tema, due to the numerous transfers of my father during his service to the Ghana Police. To Yadufie, the Banku seller at Achimasafo Methodist Junior Secondary School, Ami Atuma, who sold Kenke at Achimasafo Secondary School, for feeding me when I was hungry and showing me the true meaning of human kindness. To my friend, Lexus Bill, of Joy FM, who allowed me to perch with him and introduced me to radio and emceeing events as a means of eking out an income to support myself in KNUST, and to all my fellow Katangis who were there for me, I thank you very profoundly. To my brother and my friend Echo Charles, whom I partnered to release numerous songs that made waves across the continent. One of such is Golo Golo. To Abraham Ohinijan of OM Studios, Bola Ray, Richie Mensah of Link Studios, Kofi Otredakon, and to Tiny, and everybody in this creative art space for their immense support over the years. Grateful to you all. I'm grateful to all the organizations that have given me the opportunity to work and hone my skills. To Kwame, who was a guiding light throughout my working experience with Airtel, I'm immensely grateful. My family at Pan-African Television have been thoroughly supportive of my dreams and aspirations. This feat could not have been achieved without all the love and care they have thrown at me. My working experience with Trasaco Group has been immensely beneficial. Thank you to Baron Ernesto Tariconi. Thank you, Ian Morris. Thank you, Chezia Morris. Thank you, Ernesto Jr. Thank you to lawyer Kwame Amenanatono and the rest of the family for giving me the opportunity to work with a formidable organization. Also, during my journey to the court to the bar, I made some amazing friends. I'm thankful to all my mates at the law school, and especially to the director of the law school, Yao Opon-Kodie, for your guidance. To my beautiful wife, Mame Ama Otua Pratt Owusu Danso. You've been absolutely phenomenal and a pillar of support in this journey of ours. And for that, I am immeasurably grateful to you. Thank you, Ama. To my father-in-law, Kwesi Pratt Jr., a.k.a. Massa. Thank you for the love, the knowledge, and for the guidance. And to my mother-in-law, Baba Pratt, my brothers-in-law, Ebo Penin and Kakra, and my sisters-in-law, and the entire family, thank you for truly being my family. I owe my growth and elevation to many incredible individuals, and I'm deeply grateful to each and every one of you for the roles you've played in my journey. While the list of names is long, know that my gratitude extends to all of you, and you are all part of this continuing story. We have often been fed with technocrats, economic gurus, and men with huge titles who have never failed to disappoint whenever they are given the opportunity to rule our dear nation. Take, for instance, the current Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, who is interestingly seeking to lead this nation come January 2025. Dr. Baumia, the highly touted economic wizard, was introduced to us as a man who had the answers and the magic wand to bring discipline and structure to our alien economy in 2016. He came with all the titles, armed with technical jargons and economic axioms that the ordinary Ghanaian, me, and you had never heard before. Top of his priority was a stable economy and stable city, the migration of the Ghanaian economy from taxation to production. But what do we see today? a cedi in free fall. Prices of basic commodities skyrocketing beyond the reach of average Ghanaian, and an economy teetering on the brink of collapse. Today, the same economic wizard under whose leadership as head of Ghana's economic team for 8 years, plunging this country into an abyss, is seeking to become the president while telling us it is possible. The question then becomes, what is possible? Under the late Professor John Evans Atamils, Ghana's economy saw some impressive growth, bolstered by oil revenue, achieving a growth rate of 14.3%. However, after his passing, the economy deteriorated under former President John Dramani Mahama, who, facing some challenges to the country, to the IMF, when growth had plummeted to 3.4%. This led to Ghanaians rejecting his bid for a second term. Unfortunately, in the last decade, the economic situation has worsened, with macroeconomic indicators deteriorating further under the leadership of President Nana and Vice President Bawumia, pushing the country into deeper economic distress. Listen, Ghana's economy is in turmoil. Today, basic commodities such as food and fuel have become luxuries for many households. The purchasing power of Ghanaians has reduced drastically thanks to a depreciating currency that has pushed many into abject poverty. Small and medium-sized enterprises, which are supposed to be the backbone of our economy, have been relegated to the background and are now suffocating under the weight of excessive taxes, high interest rates, and a volatile business environment. Foreign direct investment has slowed, and local industries are being outpaced by cheaper imports because we have failed to prioritize industrialization and sustainable growth. Ghana today, unfortunately, is a sad spectacle and a far cry from what is meant to be a great nation, a prosperous nation, a nation where dreams and aspirations of its citizens are met. We, the youth of this nation, brimming with potential and energy, are facing a bleak future. Several thousands of our graduates are leaving universities and polytechnics with qualifications but no opportunities. The informal sector, which provides livelihoods for millions, is stifled by a lack of access to capital, while corruption and inefficiencies continue to drain this economy of its vitality. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot, I repeat, we cannot continue to accept leaders who put their personal interest ahead of the well-being of the very people who place them in service. We cannot remain cursed for all of our natural endowments. We cannot continue to suffer this canker of galamsey, which threatens our very existence. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the Ghana our founding fathers envisioned. Certainly not the Ghana that was promised to us. Not the Ghana we deserve. Now we have a clear alternative. And that, and I'm smiling, is the movement for change. And the Alliance for Revolutionary Change. We in the Alliance are here because we believe that Ghana can and must do better. We in the Alliance believe that with the right leadership, with vision and policies in the great transformational plan, Ghana can be transformed into a nation of opportunities where the potential of all citizens, irrespective of your backgrounds, are realized and rewarded. The Alan Kojo Martin Our leader is not just a politician. He is a visionary with a proven track record before and in politics. And it is demonstrable, all the things he has done, demonstrably clear that his drive and his passion for the Republic of Ghana is unparalleled. And for that, we say, I equal to you. What we in the Alliance propose is not a mere continuation of the status quo. We propose a complete overhaul of it. One that is based on sustainable growth, job creation, and economic empowerment for all. I am no economist. I have no huge titles. But I am not a mere appendage to a political ticket. Certainly, I am KWAME OWUSU DANSO. I have lived through the very challenges I seek together with my boss to address. I have walked the streets of Ghana, witnessed firsthand the struggles of the Ghanaian youth. I have felt the pulse of the people, and I have been at the receiving end of the poison we have been fed as governors. I understand how it feels to be counted out, marginalized, and I understand how it feels to be underestimated. As a youth, I pledge to support my great leader, morning, day, afternoon, evening, dawn, night, to champion policies that will promote economic empowerment, job creation, and social justice. As running mate, sir, I will support my boss, Alacho Martin's vision for a modern, industrialized Ghana. Yes, together we will. And together we will foster collaboration between government, private sector, and civil society organizations. Together, we will address debt management and fiscal responsibility. Together, we will prioritize education and skills development. Together, we will improve healthcare and healthcare access and affordability. Together, we will meticulously implement the vision of Mr. Alacho Martin expressed in the Great Transformational Plan. We will prioritize strong and transparent leadership, public accountability, and good governance. Let's unite, putting Ghana first. In these coming days, we will be coming to you at your doorsteps to listen and to engage. This is our time. Let us stand united in our quest to progress with the bold vision of the Great Transformational Plan, steadfast in our resolve that together we will rebuild our nation with hope, with courage, with perseverance, passion, and resolve. In our darkest moment, the movement for change offers us a miracle of sunrise. Together, let us make magic, possible magic, achievable magic on 7th of December, 2024. Movement for change. Change is not coming. Change is here. Movement for change. Ghana will rise again. Movement for change. A brighter future for all. I thank you to my beautiful wife, Mamiama Otua Pratt. Thank you to my colleagues at Pan-African Television, to my family, my favorite Kinke sellers, my boys on the street, the hawkers at Fiesta Royale, those who have been selling dog chains and chewing gum to me. Thank you. I appreciate you all. But most importantly, thank you to all Ghanaians. And finally, thank you to His Excellency, Alan Osiadeyo Kojo Chamatin. God bless Ghana. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Make us great and very, very strong. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Lawyer KWAME OWUSU DANSO. Please, that deserves another round of applause. Thank you for your powerful speech and acceptance of this monumental responsibility. Some of us have worked with you closely, and we understand how passionate he is about making a change, especially in the lives of young people. I am a testament to that effect. And so, please, let's give him a round of applause one more time. I just want to say thank you once again to our media friends, and also I forgot to acknowledge our Jama boys. They are doing an absolutely amazing job, giving us the morale that we need here. Thank you once again. Now, we are nearing the end of the event. As I said, it was going to be very brief and precise. And to thank everybody in an orderly way, let me invite Oheneba Akosia Safwa. Please, let's give her a round of applause.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I deem it a great honor to give the vote of thanks for this memorable event that will go a long way to shape our political history. Here I want to say thank you, Lord, for making us see this day. Amen. To the Commander General of the Yellow Army, that man who bears the sword of change, His Excellency Alan John Kwadwo Trematin, and our elegant ma'am, Lady Christabel. We, the youth of this country, are grateful to you for giving us one of our own as your vice presidential candidate. This bold step that you have taken suggests to us that you really believe in us. You have faith in us in helping shape our future. And perhaps, or if not, you're the first candidate to, fulfill your first promise of making a youth, properly so-called, your vice president. We are grateful, sir. And as the accounts will put it, to our incoming vice president and our incoming second lady, the patron, the commander of the Yellow Army, and the entire volunteers of the Movement for Change, we've been waiting for you for long. In fact, we've been looking forward to working with you. Our feet are itching to hit the grounds to do our Golo Golo campaign. Yamamwakaba. I would like to extend our gratitude to our friends from the media. We couldn't have done this without you. On behalf of the Movement for Change, Alliance for Revolutionary Change, we say a very big thank you. And finally, to all leading members of the Movement for Change, with our alliance partners, the gallant pro-Alan members, to all our volunteers. Chief Alan wouldn't have come this far without your support, your loyalty, your dedication, your strong conviction in his principles and philosophies. Fellow butterflies, posterity will honor us and remember our names accordingly.
Thank you for that eloquent vote of thanks. Thank you. Thank you so much, Safwa. Council, Senior Council. Yeah, Senior Council. Now we have come to the end of this auspicious event. And as you depart from here, I want to emphasize that you being here today isn't because we wanted to fill up the space, but because you are part of the change that is about to be made here in our country. And I want to leave you with the rhetorical question of the Asian philosopher Hillel, as he asks, if I am not for myself, who will be for me? And if I am only for myself, who am I? And if not now, then when? Thank you so much, and may God bless us all. Before we depart from here, of course, we gave honor to whom it is ultimately due, which is the Almighty God. and we have to also depart with him. And so to do the closing prayer, let me invite, it will be an Islamic closing prayer for that matter. Chairman Bala, my own Chairman Bala, please lead us in our closing prayer. Thank you so much, our friends. And please, one last thing. Our media friends, I believe you have gotten all the footages that you need to air. And so, with due respect, our principals won't be granting any standby interviews with, and yeah, you can come around. Oh, he will come around, right, to your media houses. So we are going to give you exclusive footages. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Good morning, Mr. President. Indeed, you did well by choosing a young man, even though I'm a disappointed nominee. Disappointed nominee like this. Well, let's pray. إن يسركم الله فلا غالب لكم إلا هو والله غالب على أمره ولكن لا سنس لا يعلمون الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يأتون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء واسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم آمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. Thank you.